Here's a cougar, Mommy. So let's go in our car. Let's go in over here in our car to go away from the cougar.
Okay.
Because there's a cougar.
Quick, man, get away from the cougar. Don't go down that way.
She's far away, Daddy. She's far away. She's really far away. Hey!
Hello and welcome to number 2 in my Ready for Any Adventure series. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm actually in town. I live about almost a half-hour drive out of town, and just made a quick stop here. We're getting groceries and stuff like that today, and brought the kids into this park. Probably roll in some footage. Actually, maybe you've seen it already if I decided to put it before this clip of that. We're having a good time here. It's a little bit of a rainy day, but nice and warm. And yeah, what I want to show you today is something that a lot of guys probably aren't quite ready for yet, but I've gotten to an age now where I don't really care what people think, so I can carry whatever I want. I'm confident, don't worry about it, you know, and people make fun of me a little bit for it, but that's okay. What I'm going to show you is this. It's my shoulder bag, and a lot of people will call this kind of thing a merce, and that just stands for a man purse. Well, I just like to call it a shoulder bag, and it's kind of an everyday carry thing for me now with the kids. I have to have all kinds of stuff: snacks, diapers, wipes, stuff to entertain them. You name it. Every day is different, but I still want to have some things with me that if something comes up while I'm here, I don't have to go home and get my stuff, do the half-hour drive and half-hour back in. And it happens a lot. You know, the brother-in-law will call me up and ask if we want to go out in his motorboat out on the lake, and that gets us into remote areas really fast, and you never know what's going to happen. It might be fishing, might be going for a hike, it might be going gold panning. Anything could come our way. You know, there's ski trails, cross-country ski trails up in the mountains here, and we like to go hiking up there sometimes. It's just close to town, but you know, ready for anything. You might want to sit down and make a fire, warm some lunch or whatever. So I like to be ready for all that, and this bag keeps me there. I do have a backpack that I usually throw in the car or whatever. It has all my gear, my repair kits, first aid kits, my survival stuff, and all that kind of thing. But I can get the job done with just this and be happy and comfortable. So I'm going to show you it real quick here, what it looks like while I'm just walking around real quick. Maybe you can wrap your head around it if you're a guy. Carry your shoulder bag. It's not a purse. It's an adventure bag. And yeah, and I'll show you what's inside. The topic of this video really is about just the shoulder bag, but I'll show you what's inside it so you can get an idea of how versatile it can be. Here we go. As you can see, it's comfortable, rides well, everything's accessible, nice and quick. Let's have a look at what's inside of it. Let's start with the stuff that really got me thinking about this in the first place. There's a few things that you just have to carry every day. With technology going the way it is, it just gets to be more and more, and you need it all the time. It starts with the basics: wallet and a cell phone. I avoided that for as long as I could, but it had to happen. kids especially, and you know, work. So those come, it's just hard, you can't fit those in pockets, you just have to have something to carry those. Let's get the first one open here. This is just a Mountain Equipment co-op bag. I got it used. It's nothing special. I'll probably upgrade maybe to a Maxpedition or something like that later on, but nice thing about this is it's low-key, doesn't look tactical or anything like that. It's just a black shoulder bag. So diapers and wipes, gotta have that with the little one. Also water. I refill this whenever I can. This has already been down to almost a third. Filled it back up when I got a chance today. So that keeps us going. Gotta keep those kids hydrated. And snacks. That's the other thing for the kids. You know, a couple little snack-sized chocolate bars, peanuts. My kids don't have allergies. A lot of kids do, but mine don't. So I got that in there. And then homemade dried apples. You know, if I need to make that half-hour drive home and the kids are flagging, starting to freak out because they haven't had, you know, food in a while and it's not supper time yet, that's pretty vital to me. So this is already beyond what I can carry in my pockets and just keep going. Then I get into the more fun stuff. You know, in there I have this space tent thing. It's like space blanket, but it's actually a tube tent shape. That comes in handy if I wind up somewhere where I need to make shade for the kids. They're both light skinned, you know, light hair colored, so they burn easy, and I can put up shade really quick for them. Another thing that complements that is in this front pocket here. I have paracord, just a nice little hank of it. Comes in handy all the time. And somewhere in here, I also keep some bank line on hand. And this is all fitting in this one bag. Nice and compact, it just snugs right in there. You'd never know I had all this stuff. Okay, so that can get me some shelter, get me some shade if need be. That's fun stuff. Let's see here. Very practical. Flashlight. You know, nothing special, but it's good. Uses batteries that are easy to find, AAAs. I have some spares tucked away somewhere in here. They're there. 3 spares. So I got one refill for that, ready to go. And while we're on the subject of lighting, I also have this guy. Just a little backup. Uses a button cell of some type. It's got these legs that can clamp onto whatever, or you can stand it up. Low, high, and a strobe setting. Good for indoors if you just need some quick light that's not too intense and lasts a long time. So that guy rides in there, weighs next to nothing too. It's a Night Eyes, I think. And let's see, where should we go next? I carry some cutlery in there. Zog Seal Pup Elite. No serrations, no coating on the blade. That's a knife that I can use for pretty much anything, whether I want to do some kindling splitting or bushcrafting, whatever. It's good for it. In that pouch, on that knife, got a fire steel and my Leatherman Wave. Lots of options. Got screwdriver capabilities. This thing has a pocket clip on it. It's my favorite plier tool. And of course there's files and saw blades, and you name it, it's all there. So that gives me a lot of options too. And then again, for the kids and for myself, just some Kleenex, cleaning up or taking care of business, whatever. And what else we got in here? I carry a little bit of fishing stuff, hooks, a little bit of line. That can go with the bank line too. There's some sinkers on there, a little variety, all stuck into half a cork and tied up with Ranger band, bicycle inner tube strips. That's rolled with me for a long time. Handy. Just, you know, you can do whatever with it. If you find a nice little pond in a creek or pool in a creek, you can try to catch a little trout. Good fun. A couple little candies, mints and stuff like that right in there. Nail clippers. That's handy for me and for the kids. Not really essential, but good to have along. Change, money, spare clip like you keep on your keychain, and a large locking back Swiss Army knife with a saw and scissors. Handy, all good stuff. And I still have room in here, believe it or not, for a camera. GoPro. That rides in there. Takes up no space, and it takes really good stills and video. I plan to use it this way covertly for some video in the future, but it's got waterproof capabilities and all kinds of stuff, so handy little camera slash video camera. And I think that's about all that I'm carrying in it today. Nope, not true. Hose clamp, there's actually a couple of those floating around the bottom of the pack, pen and a lighter. So I got all kinds of things in there to have fun with, but there it is, nice and empty. It's just a little shoulder bag. So I highly recommend that for anyone who's finding that you just wind up with too much stuff when you're for your pockets when you're going into town. You don't want to be loading up cargo pockets and that. It just gets so bulky in a hurry. So yes, the shoulder bag, the man purse. I've embraced it. I encourage you to do the same if you haven't already. You know, it's just a thing to add to your system, to complement a backpack really, because it's not practical to carry a backpack all the time. So here's a couple other things that I carry if I know I might be heading out for maybe a beach trip or a hike in the hills. Could happen. This is just a sil nylon tarp, and that fits easily beside the water bottle. It takes up very little space, and that's good for shade and shelter, whatever you need. And this one is handy when in the hot weather, if there's risk of forest fires and that kind of thing. Sometimes I might carry an alcohol stove, but the kids get a thrill out of cooking hot dogs and that kind of thing. Sometimes you can't have an open fire, so this has been good to me. This is a wood gas stove. There's lots of videos about how to make these things. They're very efficient. Just burn a little twig fire and made a little pot stand and windscreen that you can still feed fuel through into it from there. So I'll do more of a video on these things later on, but just wanted to show you that those are options that I can switch out based on what I think I might be doing. And I can also minimize my kit too. I don't have to carry the SOG seal pup with the plier tool and the fire steel on it. I could switch that out if I needed to go lighter for this. It's a Mora knife, and it has a fire steel built right into the handle. You know, that works out pretty good. So that would reduce weight quite a bit and allow me to carry more of something else if need be. And that's set up for net carry. So anyways, tons of options with a little system like this, and it weighs next to nothing. You know, you don't even notice it when you're walking around. Nobody looks at you funny when you go into a store. They'd never guess that you had this much capability packed into a little tiny shoulder bag like that. So, yeah, sounds like the kids are having fun over there. I think I'll head back over and join them. Here's just a quick little look at the river that runs through the city that I live nearby. Two rivers meeting. For a rainy day, it's actually really nice out here. Alright, hope you enjoyed that video. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on number 3.
Hey, let's go to the Blue Park now. Let's go to Blue Park.
Okay, let's go. Donk.
Oops, sorry.